The next book in the series is called How Full Is Your Bucket for Kids. It's a really good book as well. Now it starts like this. Felix was putting one of the last blocks on his tower when his little sister came in. "I want to build with you," she said. Felix scolded. "Go away! You're too little." "I'm big. Stay back. You'll knock it over. I can be very careful. Go play with your baby toys, Anna." Uh-oh. Look at her face. It looks very sad. She kicks the tower. Thunk. "Grandpa!" Grandpa shook his head. "Felix, you just dipped from your sister's bucket. Like everyone else, Anna has an invisible bucket. When it's empty, she feels bad. But when it's full, she feels great. Didn't you ever notice your own bucket?" Invisible bucket. Sometimes Felix couldn't quite tell when his grandfather was joking. But the next morning when Felix woke up, there it was, a small gray bucket floating above his head. Yeah, he's got his bucket floating on his head. When Felix came down to have breakfast, his mom was in a hurry. "I've got a meeting this morning and it's almost time to go. Anna, sit still." Felix slipped and cocoa wheats scattered across the floor. "Felix!" yelled his mom. "You should have used a stool to reach that." Felix could feel his bucket tip and big invisible drops spilt out. Drip, drip. "Ha ha!" Anna laughed as she crunched the cereal with her shoes. Drip. Get the broom. Clean that up before the bus. You missed the bus," scolded Mom. With the school bus honking, honk, 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 Felix quickly swept the cocoa wheats and grabbed the last blueberry muffin. But before he could even take one bite, oh no, Buster jumped up and grabbed the muffin from his hand. Drip. Hey, look at Felix's new backpack. My baby brother has one just like it. Drip. Oh no, his bucket's dripping. There's another one. There's whispering coming and making him drip again. "Watch out, Shrimp!" Drip. It was still morning and Felix's bucket felt almost empty. And he also looks like he is angry. If you look at him, he's very angry right now. As he watched his classmates walk into the room, he secretly hoped they would trip and fall. That's what it feels like when you have an empty bucket. Felix slumped into his seat and waited for something else bad to happen. Mrs. Bumblenickel walked slowly up to his desk and handed him a paper he could hardly bear to look. "Felix, you wrote a wonderful story. Would you please share it with the class?" Felix grinned and felt a big drop land right into his bucket. Drop! His bucket is filling up. Drop, plunk, plop, drop. As he read, The class grew quiet. They laughed at all the right places and oohed at the scary parts. When Felix finally read the end, everyone clapped, even Emily, who sat next to him and didn't usually like dinosaurs. Felix felt a whole shower of drops land in his bucket. Maybe the day wouldn't be so bad after all. He is happy now. He got an I love you note from his mom, and it made him happy. Team captains today are Veronica and Felix. He got his bucket filled again. Nice cow. It's a dog. Well, nice colors there, Felix, his art teacher said. And it filled his bucket, too. Cool laser ant backpack, Felix. It made him happy again. By afternoon, Felix's bucket was nearly full. At recess, when he looked around, Felix suddenly realized that his grandpa was right. Everyone else had a bucket too. Everyone has a bucket. Let me help. He helped the teacher pick up his paperwork. Here's your baseball catch. Thanks, dude. Making other people happy. The strange thing was that for every drop he helped put in someone else's bucket, he found another drop in his own. When Felix burst in the door after school, he shouted, "You were right, Grandpa! I do have a bucket and I understand how it works." Then he saw Anna's torn dog. "Bad dog!" he almost scolded. But then he thought, dogs might have invisible buckets too. "Your dog will be okay, Anna," said Felix. "Mom will fix her. Until then, do you want to help me build the tallest building in the world with my blocks?" And so they did.